make sure you hit that like button before we go any further. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll know when I am uploading a new video. All right, so I have been reading, and y'all have been expecting this. I have been reading The Rose That Grew from Concrete by Tupac Shakur. And I have to say that it's just an amazing book. The foreword is written by Nikki Giovanni. And this actually is not a new gem. This book was actually written in 1999. And the fact that I haven't read it yet is horrible, because I really did. I've read some interesting books written by interesting people. All right, so yeah, so basically this book is a collection of poems and thoughts that Tupac basically wrote from the time he was 19 years old all the way up through his death. And I just wanted to pick like a few poems out, and it's taken me a long time to read this because I'm rereading, and I'm trying to see how does that apply to me. You know, who is this reminding me of? What was he going through? Now, the one thing that I wish that I knew is that I had a date for every single thing written in here. But what's cool about this book is you actually get to see his actual handwriting, so his actual original work and the type version. So that's definitely cool. And so this is the poem, which is basically, it really does set the tone for the book. All right, so The Rose That Grew from Concrete, and it's autobiographical. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's laws wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else even cared. So there's some serious symbolism in this poem. Obviously, when he talks about, he says autobiographical, so we know it's about him and his experience. So Tupac compares himself to a rose, which obviously is a metaphor. So we all think of roses as beautiful, and concrete is the most unlikely place for anything to really grow beautiful from, right? So when I think of the concrete, I think of is it possibly a symbol for where he lived, a symbol for his upbringing, as in it was hard and he had to fight to live and breathe and get the things that he needs. So putting that all in perspective, that's him, that is Tupac, the rose, and the concrete could quite possibly represent his environment and everything that his total life experience. Proving nature's laws wrong and learn to walk without having feet. I was just thinking that the feet here could possibly be, that's the help, because everybody has basic needs. So he was able to walk and didn't even have feet. When a rose is growing up through concrete, I will say that everything that's going on around them, the only feet that they're coming across are the people that are walking by and trampling on you. Funny it seems, but by keeping his dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. So the dreams were his escape from his reality, but he saw that that was to be his future, this rose that he was to blossom into. He obviously believed in himself, and because of that dream, he kept breathing, he kept going. And long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else even cared. So he's saying, as all these people were trampling, walking by, he grew he flourished because of his dream that he never let go of. So the last thing, though, when no one else even cared, I think about this. Everybody needs to know that there are people that care about them, that they've got people in their corner. And so for me as an educator, that's what I always want my kids to know. There is somebody who cares. I care. I care. So, that's one poem that I wanted to talk about. So, if you want to hear more, make sure you hit the share button, the like button, the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I'm in my groove when we're talking about books and when we're talking about the meaning behind them. So, until next time, make sure that you know that I care. That there is somebody that cares. That your 6th grade teacher, that she actually did care. There might be a few who didn't, but I want to tell you that as an educator, it's very hard not to care.